There are 1,000 ways to cook mutton, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Everyone has their own unique way of preparing this awesome dish. Each one of them have their own unique blend of spices as well. And these spices and vegetables taste different in every region of the continent. And so do their masalas. But whether you make mutton in India, Jamaica, Indonesia or Bangladesh, all the best red meat recipes are cooked on a slow flame. Welcome to my channel Kitchen Kilogram. My name is Jatin and today we are going to prepare mutton curry recipe number 1. So today I'm going to dominate the flavor of this particular recipe with two important ingredients. First one is your Dugad Phool, which is your black stone flour, and second one is fennel seed. So let's get started. First we'll be preparing the masala for our curry, and since I'm running out of it, I'll be storing a lot more than what I'll be using in this recipe. You can surely keep in mind the composition mentioned in the caption to have a more accurate idea about it. After dry roasting coriander seeds, we'll add 2 tablespoons of fennel seeds, which is a dominant spice in this recipe, along with 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and roast them till they are brown. We'll be dry roasting these two spices separately to achieve a more correct flavor, as both of them have a different cooking time. For the other batch, we are using 2 big cardamom, 5 small cardamom, 2 star anise flower, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorn, 1 big bay leaf, 1 flower of mace. Along with it, we are also adding a half a stick of cinnamon. We could have also used the basic spices, but I'll be sharing that recipe in my upcoming episode, which is much more simpler than this. This is the key ingredient in our spice. This is stone flour or Dugad Phool. The speciality of this spice is that it gives a very earthy taste to our palate. And not only in India, this spice is used widely in many of the Asian countries. In India, this is widely used in the preparation of goda masala as well. So after roasting these dry spices, we will also be preparing a separate roast of 2 more ingredients, and we have to make sure that all of these spices are totally cooled down before we are grinding them. Here we are adding 2 teaspoons of white sesame seeds and 2 teaspoons of coconut powder. You can always grate the coconut if you do not have its powder in your inventory. Make sure you're stirring it constantly, as it quickly burns down if left unattended. I will keep all these spices aside for cooling, as I intend to store it for a long time. So let's begin with the curry. In a deep pan, I'm taking 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and 1 tablespoon of ghee. And this clarified butter or ghee gives a really awesome taste in this recipe. Ghee also increases the cooking time, as it has a high smoking point. So in a way, since we are cooking the mutton for a long time, it prevents onion from burning. By the time our onions are being cooked till slight pink color, it is time to grind our spices for our mutton masala. Make sure you're grinding all these spices till the time they achieve a powder-like consistency. If you're able to feel lumps or fennel seeds, keep stirring from all the sides of the jar and grind it again. There is a wet paste as well that we will be making with poppy seeds, whole Kashmiri chili, ginger and garlic. This will give us the flavor of fresh ginger garlic, as well as some additional flavor of poppy seeds and the color of Kashmiri chili and cherry chili. All you need to do is to place all these ingredients in a small bowl, add some boiling hot water and leave it aside till it cools down. Once you add hot water, make sure to keep the lid on and let the steam work its magic. We'll quickly check on onions, and to make them cook faster, we can always add a little salt in it. When the other hot water mixture is cooled completely, we can grind it in the same jar that we used to grind the dry masala. Once the onions are slightly pink, it's time to add mutton along with a little salt in it. I always find comfortable in adding salt in stages, and this is the second stage in which I'm adding salt. It's important to switch to high flame once you add mutton, so the flesh gets seared completely and the flavors are locked inside of it. This is kind of a tedious job, especially when the quantity of mutton is more. I'll saute till the red color turns brown. I will switch the flame to low heat and keep it aside for another 20 minutes. You can add 1 green chili as well during this process. And now that the color has changed, set the timer for 20 minutes, close the lid and let it release its juices for 20 minutes. As you can see, the onions are caramelized and the mutton has released its juices. It is time to add ginger garlic poppy seeds paste and cook it for another 2 minutes on a low flame. So once you have started smelling the ginger garlic in the air, we can add tomatoes now, along with 1 teaspoon of dry masala powder that we prepared earlier, along with 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. And don't forget to add a little bit of salt so that the tomatoes can cook properly. Masala won't get burnt since it already has tomato for its rescue. You can always let these tomatoes cook for 15 minutes till the oil separates from it. Now that the oil has separated, the mutton is 80% cooked. To cook it completely, we will use some mutton stock or water and cook it for another 20 to 25 minutes. That is the time based on the texture of gravy you want to achieve. In this last part of the process, I'll make sure to check the gravy after every 7 to 10 minutes. And here we go, the mutton is totally cooked and all of it, mostly, it has been on a low flame. Make sure to check the seasoning before serving it out and keep it aside for 15 minutes and let the mutton juice flow right back into it. Serve it with boiled rice, paratha or matka roti. Well, my favorite is matka roti with mutton. So guys, I will be back next week with my new recipe. Please do subscribe to my channel and thank you so much for tolerating Kitchen Kilogram.